Hello everyone, welcome back to JN Unique Designs. This is Joseph. Welcome back to Late Night Crafting with Joseph for JN Unique Designs. Today is my final Trellis card video, as I had promised you. The reason why there was such a delay is because I wanted to wait for some new florals that had come out with Elizabeth Craft Designs, and I've been working and waiting for some new things with spellbinders also. So that's why it took me a little bit of time to come up with this last and final trellis card. What I'm going to do is I'm going to link all the other trellis cards right up top here. And if you haven't already, check out those videos. Those are pretty fun videos. I know some of you had mentioned that you've seen other people have made similar videos, which they do get credit for. BB Cameroon gets credit for creating some trellis cards, and I believe there's a few other artists that names are not coming to me right at this very moment. But regardless, I thank you for those comments, and I look forward to having fun. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to play with the last and third edition of Trellis Cards. And what I had done was I already pre-made one Trellis card here, which I will make some more with you today. And we will wrap up with some, this is my last and final Trellis card series. And I thought this was a pretty cool and pretty much a lot of fun to play with. So, with all due respect, let's go ahead and turn the camera around so that you can see my desk and we can begin. So, this is the trellis card that we'll be making. This is a background die that I had with Elizabeth Craft Designs, Yosette's Designs. And what I did was I added some trellis, half-inch trellis to it to hold it up to make it more like a card. And what it does is that it stands up, and as you can see, it is see-through. This is my way of saying this is something that you can do with any background dies that you may have. You don't need anything, any special tools with this. This is a 5x7 card. So what I had done is I went ahead and cut just a cardstock that's 5x7, and as you can see, the trellis are on the back here. And what I'll do is I'll attach this to a back of a card, and it'll be ready to go. So here's another one from Elizabeth Craft Designs from Yosette's Designs. I already had pre-cut the background. I have some more here from also Elizabeth Craft Designs. You can use any type of background plates you like. You don't have to use these particular background plates. I cut my strips of half-inch strips, and what I am going to do is I already placed some Elizabeth Craft Designs double-sided adhesive on the back of these frames. The reason why I did it this way is because I wanted to save some time while creating with you tonight. So I know the pieces of tape are a little bit bigger than I had anticipated. So what I do is I just fold over the edge. Whatever's left over, I just fold it over the edge there, and it's good to go. Do is I'll take that and fold that over the edge like that, just like that, and then do the same thing here. Just like that. And then I open up all the edges, make sure that all the edges are good. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place this edge right onto the edge of my trellis, just like that. And I'm just going to watch for the straightness of it all the way down, just like that. See? And with the nice thing about Elizabeth Craft Designs double-sided adhesive is it's ready to go whenever you need it. And it's very sticky. What I want to do is I want to make sure this is even. So I'm lining it at the bottom of my base here. Place the trellis right on there. And press down hard. Just like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing up top here. Just like that. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Right on one edge. Just like that. And then what I like to do is I like to add a little bit of glue to these corners just to make sure that it sticks very well and that it doesn't run anywhere, doesn't go anywhere. So as you can see, all I'm doing is just adding a little bit of glue to the edge here and giving it some more sturdiness, just a dab of glue. That's all I'm doing. And then I'll take my pair of scissors and I'll trim off the excess. Trim off the excess like that. How simple that is. And then I'll take my 5x7 card, and what I'll do is I will make sure that this is centered because I want the bottom to have a little bit, I want to make that centerpiece very centered. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some purple tape that I have here, and I'm going to tape this top piece down, and I'm going to tape this bottom piece down, just like that. Just like that. And then I'll take this and I'll add some glue to these tabs, and I will fold them over. Just like that. I'm going to fold these over. You're more than welcome to use a scoreboard if it makes it easier for you. I didn't in this case just because for sake of time I wanted to make sure that those were good to go very quickly. And there you go. And then what you'll do is when you peel off the purple tape here, I might be very careful with not peeling your paper off. You have your third trellis card, you see? Your very third trellis card. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to take my pair of scissors again, and I'm going to trim off the excess at the bottom of this card. Then it's a perfect 5x7 card. There we go. Looks very nice. And there we go with that. See how simple that was to make. And you can, like I said, you can do it with anything and everything. You don't have to. You don't have to have Elizabeth Craft Designs. It is nice to have Elizabeth Craft Designs because I love Elizabeth Craft Designs products. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to play with one. I'm going to play with this one because I like the way that one looks. And Elizabeth Craft Designs had released a new floral line today, not today, this week. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of release sheet and I'm going to place it right below. I'm going to place the release sheet so that it covers this entire middle section right there. The reason why I place a release sheet there is because when we're gluing florals on top of this, I don't want it to transfer down to the bottom. Remember that. If anything that you want to prevent transfer, use a release sheet. Just place it right in the middle, and you can see my release sheet just sits there. And the floral, this whole entire trellis top here, just sits right on top of that sheet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my glue gun. This is a Dremel. I've always talked about my Dremel. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of glue here and there, just a couple of dots. I'm not going to add a lot. The reason for that is because what I want to do is I want to try to prevent glue from going everywhere. So my glue gun is not coming out, so what I do is I take a brush and I press a little bit of glue there, press a little bit of glue there, you see, and then that releases that glue. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this right on the edge here, and I'm going to make sure that the leaves are down, just like that. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to take Florals number, which one is this? 21. Florals 21. And I went ahead and I already colored it purple. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray a little bit of water on it off the camera here. You can see it. I'm just going to spray it off the camera just to get it wet. And then I'll take this floral and I'm going to go ahead and crunch it up just like that. you know, nothing out of the ordinary. I'm just gonna crunch up that floral just like not Susan, Karen Gerber had a project that she did with this. And using Elizabeth Craft Design soft finish cardstock, she crunched up some florals. And you see how I crunched that up? It gives it kind of a very unique design. And then I'll take my ball stylus and I'll cup it, just like that. And then what I'll do is I will take my hot glue gun. But in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shape some more florals. This is florals number 21, 22, 23. This is florals number 21, 22. This is florals 22 that came out with this new release. And I'm going to use that right in the middle there. You can see. And how I'm going to do that is I am going to go ahead and I forgot to do this, otherwise I will be in trouble. I'm going to take that same purple, that monarch purple, and I'm just going to color the tips. That's all I want, is I just want the tips to have a little bit of color. And I'm just using an old brush here. This is Altenews brush. I'm just giving it a little bit of color, just like that. And I'm going to take my pad here. I'm going to take my golf tool. This is just the second from bottom golf tool. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to carve it right down the middle, just like that. Just to give it a little bit, you know, without any water, because this doesn't need any water. And you see, when you use the golf tool, it just curls up very nicely and it puts a nice texture right into the leaves. And then I'll take the ball stylus and I'll press it right up in the middle here, just like that. And then what I'll do is I'm going to take that same monarch, monarch. Is that what this is called? Yeah, monarch. And I'm going to brush it right into the VersaFine Clear. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to brush the tip of this just a tad bit. All I'm doing is I'm making a bud, but I'm just brushing the colors just like that. See? Just like that. Just to give it a little bit more color. And then I'm going to take my hot glue gun, which is a piece dripping here. This glue gun sometimes works wonders and sometimes causes me nothing but trouble. And I don't know why that is the case. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to create my own floral today. So I'll do that, and then I'm going to take a piece from another floral, which is the centerpiece here of another floral, and I'm going to take my Copic marker, actually, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to pick it up and I'm just going to color it in, just to give it a kind of a black center like this. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, granted, I can definitely do it right on the glass mat, which I should, you know, and then alcohol wipes come off. You can wipe all of these, just like very simple. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do both sides with this one because I want it to stand up. Just like that. And then I'll take my alcohol wipe, spray that down, and I'll just clean that up immediately so I don't have to worry about it later. Take my ball stylus or a spoon, and all I do is just roll it up just like that. I just want to roll it up just like that. And then what I'll do is I will take my ball stylus on the smallest side, place it right in the middle there. Take a little piece like this. I'll take a little piece of glue, and then I'm going to place it right in the middle of this branch. Just a little. Let's see here. I need some more glue. Place that right in the middle of this. So I want it to look like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place this right here in this corner. In the middle of that corner there, just like that. And then what I'm going to do then next is I'm going to take some of my mini florals from Elizabeth Craft Design's recent release here. And I'm going to take those and I'm going to place them right onto my shaping mat. But before I do that, I forgot that I need to color them. So let's take that purple monarch again, color, and I'm just going to color them in solid purple. That's all I want. I want these to be fully solid purple. Just like that. Okay. Perfect. I love these Elizabeth Craft Designs florals because I've told you before, they're so versatile. You can make them into whatever floral you want. You don't need to. That's why they're called florals and not any particular type of flowers. Because if you've seen on the design team from Elizabeth Craft Designs, you'll notice that there are so many different things that you can make out of them. You don't have to make, you know, one or another. So all I'm doing is I'm just pressing down on the edges, as you can see on the back side, and then I'll flip it over and I'll press down like that. See? And all I'm doing is I'm just making it all cupped up like that with my mat, and I'll take my tweezers. I'll get a dab of glue, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my florals right here on the edge. And then I might add one just right there. Just like that. And then make sure that they're stuck nicely, which they are. Perfect. And then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take some of these leaves here. I have, this is from the same floral set as that. I'm going to make some yellow leaves using some meadow gold here. This is golden meadow. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go off to the edge just a tad bit like that, and then I'll come back with some green. I'll come back with some green. And I'll have a... Actually, I'm going to take rainforest. This is rainforest. And I'll color in the rest. Just like that. Just like that. And what I want to do is I'm going to take my mat and I'm going to use my spoon this time to shape these leaves. And however they land, I will be okay with that. Because as you know, leaves are not perfect. So that's all I'm going to do. And I'll take my ball stylus and I'm going to press down right at the stem here, just to give it a little bit more of dimension, just like that. See? And I'll take my hot glue gun, place some glue right on the edge here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place this right in here. Place this right on the edge. Just like that. What I'm going to do is make sure that that's there. And I'll take these mini branches here. I'm going to fill it in. I'll fill it in to these spots here. Give it a little bit of a little bit more color. What I'll do is I'll lift that up, stick that in there, and do that. And then this is just a very little bit of touch to the design. So that's what I'm doing, is we're just adding some final touches to it. Add some more. Now what I want is I want to add a sentiment also. Where is that piece? Oh, there it is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add this piece right down here with this stamp from let's see, I have some new stamps that I haven't even played with yet. I'm going to take a stamp from Annette Green. Let me see if I can find it here, because I didn't plan on it quite yet, but since I have it right here, let's see. I'm going to take this stamp here, this stamp set. This is a fun stamp set. I'm going to take this stamp set and I'm going to use this stamp here that says Spring Has Sprung from Annette Green. This stamp here. Place it right onto my block. Make sure it's straight. What I'm going to do is I always take my new stamps and I rub it in my hands like this to get all the stickiness off of the stamps. And then since it's a purple theme, let's continue with that purple theme. This is that VersaFine Clear Monarch. All I'm going to do is do this on here. Make sure it's nice and wet and juicy. Place this right onto my mat because I know for a fact that stamping rubber stamps on them without a base has its downsides. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press down like this. Spring has sprung. Nice little purple. I'll take my cleaner cloth here, and what I like to do is I put a little bit of alcohol and I mix it with water right in there, and I clean my stamps right away. See? And my stamps are nice and clean. So, I mean, you don't have to clean your stamps. I just like to clean it just to make sure that the colors are perfect and you don't have any mix amount of colors there. I'm going to put this back right into its sleeve. This is number CS300 Honeybee from the Everyday Elements by Annette Green, if you're interested in that set. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to place it right here using foam dots. using a little bit of foam dots. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the leftovers of this, which is leftover from, I believe this is Stampin' Up, if I'm not mistaken. And then I'll cut this piece off. Continue here. You kind of want to pay attention to which edges are going to be touching that border. That's why I did what I did here. But after I have a habit of throwing it on the ground, of course. This is what I do. So I'll take there, peel that off. And I know for a fact that that's going to be the two edges that are sitting right against here. So that's why I did what I did. Just like that. And then I'll take these leaves and I'll put it right over the top. If you have any more these mini florals, what you can do is you can definitely put them right into the edge here, which I plan on doing. I'll just take this, color it purple. Take this and color that purple. Like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take my ball stylus, pinch down, just like that. Flip it over, get the centers in there, just like that. I'll take some glue. My glue gun is leaking, dripping all over the place today, and I don't know what, I just got a new set of glue sticks, so I wonder if that has anything to do with it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the extra leaves here. I don't have any particulars, so what I like to do is I like to just make a few leaves, you know, just like that. Do this, do that. Do that. And then I am literally just adding some hot glue, lifting these up, adding leaves into them. Not doing anything fancy, as you can tell. You know, that's what, I might add one more. Just for down here. Like that. That looks good to me. It really does look good to me. I don't know what your thoughts are and what you're seeing, but that looks really good to me. And then I will take, this is Pop of Color. I don't even know who makes this. I think this is from, yeah, I don't even know who makes this. I think this is, who makes this brand? And does this have a, no? So, I don't even get it. Do I have to pop that out? Is that what this is designed for? Yes, I do. Let's see, where's my smallest golf tool, and let's see what I can do. Let's see. Yeah, I guess I am supposed to pop that out. I've never seen a company ship with this before. Okay, that explains why that didn't work. Good thing that I have the golf tool. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spray a little bit down the center here. Give it, you know, some pop of color. Just like that. You can use any other drops if you like. And then my last and final touch is this hummingbird from BB Cameroon, who just came out with her whole entire line of um, hummingbirds. If you know me, you know that I am a big fan of hummingbirds. I love my hummingbirds,